Titans prep for launch. You got it. Stand by for Titanfall.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Point of Review. I'm Matt Ream. This guy right here, who I just surprised the shit of, because he wasn't expecting me to start the podcast all of a sudden, I guess.
No, I knew it was happening. You're a crazy son of a bitch.
I know. I come out of nowhere.
You know, he has this thing called, I'm pretty sure he has ADD.
You can call it what you want, but hey, beer.
Ooh, beer. I forgot about that. So, this guy right here,
Yeah, what about me?
other than having his man nap, oh, hey, what'd you do?
What did I do? What do you mean, what did I do?
What's going on?
Oh, nothing. Just keep talking.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. I got this.
I believe
talk.
that you do.
What were you saying?
If it's not going in the podcast, it's not funny.
Dude, just keep talking.
Oh, I see. Look at that. You made it look like you broke the screen.
I know, but I'm smarter than you think.
Well,
So,
you
like
still
I
need
said-
to figure out how to make two mics, you bastard.
You still need to figure out how to make it so we can so they can download the podcast. So they don't have to sit on YouTube and listen to it.
Download the podcast?
Yes. Like I asked you to try and make them so they can do it.
Yeah, I really need to figure that out.
I know.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I really
You
did.
guys, you should yell at them on Twitter at PerfectFlaw420. And tell them to hurry the hell up so you can download this instead of sitting on YouTube to watch it or listen to it, I guess.
Or even streaming it would be a lot nicer for them.
That's what they're doing
Well, no.
now.
They're watching it on YouTube.
Yeah, I guess
if
streaming.
they could stream it like
streaming the audio,
like
yeah.
Podcast Unlocked and shit.
Yeah,
I'll
well, I
figure
mean,
it
they
out, okay.
download that too.
Maybe we have to pay.
We might. Probably. I don't know.
You've paid.
Either way.
We've both paid for mics. I'm trying to do up sticker designs.
Either way, we gotta get on with
Titanfall's broken his brain.
we gotta get on with the show. Speaking of Titanfall, that beta came out for everybody.
Well, I'm pretty sure they released it to everybody for exactly the reason that you said, and even I read an article on IGN. They're stress
It's
testing.
to stress test the servers.
Exactly.
And I feel like they're doing a pretty good job so far.
Well, if everybody...
mean-
everybody that wants to play Titanfall is playing it right now.
Yeah.
While you were playing it, well, it's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty big what if.
I don't even think I've disconnected once.
I don't think you have either.
Huh. So
Honestly, it looks awesome. It's
it's
just...
fun to play, I'll tell you that.
It looks
But
awesome. I just wish there was a story element to that.
See, that's why I'm a little... there you go. That's one sound that you'll hear a lot in this podcast. What was I saying? Yeah,
Titanfall.
that's one thing that's catching me, like, in the middle of wanting to actually purchase the game for full price. Like $60,
I'm hoping that it's like
$60,
$39.99.
It's not gonna be.
I know it's not, because it's their flagship title right now. Like, they don't have a Gears game, they don't have a Halo game till the end of the year.
The way that they advertise it, sort of, is that there's a story mode within the multiplayer.
Well, I can see that, because the demo
I
that you...
can't, though, because in the beta, I haven't seen anything like that.
Dude, your first 20 minutes you had to train,
okay,
and
the
then,
first 20 minutes was showing you how to play.
Yeah, but it was story-esque, you gotta give it that.
Yeah, and then you just jump right into multiplayer. There's no story within the actual game. It just shows you how to play it, and then within the actual game, there's, like, no story.
You're
all
wishing...
of a sudden, wait, hold on. All of a sudden, there'll be this picture of a guy pop up on the right side of your screen, and he'll tell you something, and then blah, blah, blah.
You're
That's
wishing that it was like The Division or Destiny.
Something like that, yeah.
Oddly, both games that start with a D.
Okay, yeah.
Well, if you think about it, they're both massively multiplayer games. I just noticed that now. And they're both AAA titles.
And I want them.
Me too, but they don't come out for a while. The only games that are coming out that I want are
Infamous Second Son.
Infamous Second Son. Ooh, there's a lot of games that are coming out.
There's a lot of games coming out
in March that I want to buy.
Well,
South
hold
Park
on
Stick
here.
of Truth. March
What's
4th.
coming out this month? February. I know
February's
Thief.
almost over.
Well, what? No, it's only halfway.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's the shortest month.
Oh, I almost get to get a haircut.
You almost get to get a haircut? Oh my god. Thief comes out this month?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Why?
I thought it came out next month.
You didn't think so? You thought it came out next month? No, man, this month. I'll tell you right now, because I gotta Google it.
He's got to Google it.
No, I gotta go. I really want to go back to Titanfall.
Okay, what?
What?
Why?
That's just fun.
Oh.
I don't know. I kind of like it more, like, because you know how Call of Duty is fast paced?
Yeah. That's
This
why you
is
like-
more fast paced.
He's broken his brain.
And it's just fun, man. It's awesome. It's a good time. I just like the maneuverability, because, you know, like, running around in COD, you can slide now. And
Well, it helps
I
that it
thought
was
that
made.
was a lot more maneuverability. You know, the sliding feature.
It helps that it was made by people that made COD.
Yeah.
Like it really does. Video games release dates for February 2014. Is that what you're trying to put in?
I forgot exactly what I was Googling.
2014 in gaming, where you always go, oh no, you went to a different one. Stick of Truth comes out in...
Alright, so we're already past January. January's done. So the games in February that have come out so far.
Fable Anniversary, The Wolf Among Us Episode 2, Bravely Default, which is like a Final Fantasy type dealie. Probably Luke would fucking buy the shit out of that.
Oh yeah, but that's 3D. That's 3DS, and he didn't have one of those. So.
Yeah.
The Lego Movie video game came out. Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc for the Vita. I'm not exactly sure what that is.
It's
Never
probably
heard of
a Japanese.
it. Could be. It kind of sounds like it.
Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13. Oh, I can
That was
see
only
that
11.
two of my friends that I know will probably.
Right there.
Well, okay, 3. Luke would probably buy that, waste his life away, but Robin and Jared would both buy that and waste their lives away for countless hours on end.
And another 3DS game, One Piece Romance Dawn. I don't know what that is.
Tukiden, The Age of Demons, World of Tanks, Inazuma 11, Steel Diver Subwars.
Oh!
Ooh.
The Last of Us Left Behind.
Both of us have it.
I played like
a little bit of it,
and I got my ass killed quite a few times.
Buy some clickers.
But I liked it the entire time. I got pissed off a few times, but I was enjoying.
You're a younger.
I was enjoying
less-
getting pissed off. It was
Less
fun.
battle experienced Ellie with her companion from the comic book American Dreams.
And,
that Greg Miller refuses to buy.
So it's the 17th today. It's Monday. Tomorrow, Tuesday, Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, that DLC that was out, comes out. It looks like just on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3. Tomorrow, on Tuesday, February the 18th.
Yeah, I probably got to work on a disc for the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Maybe takes a little bit longer to port.
I don't know.
NASCAR 14, Ragnarok, Odyssey, Rayman Legends for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. I like Rayman, I'm sorry.
Yeah, those are all coming out tomorrow.
Nice.
Along with Strider. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it's also another Xbox One game. So there's two Xbox One games coming out tomorrow for you guys to play. You'll see those on the store.
Rayman Legends will probably only be about $20, or they'll be Jewish because it's a high definition port. And
Don't be racist.
I'm not being
dog.
racist. That's just a generic term for the world now. It's just how it is.
If you hear one of us saying Jewish, it's not actually meaning like, hey.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not $59.99, because I will not, unfortunately, pay that.
But then on the 20th, we got another weird ass name for a 3DS game. I don't even feel like saying it, because why? Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on the 21st. The Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry standalone is coming out on PC on the 25th.
I guess you just don't get an Xbox One version.
I guess not. Along with I have the DLC, so I don't really care.
No, exactly.
Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. Luke's gonna pick that one up February 25th, along with Plants vs Zombies.
Yes.
Garden Warfare, one of the ones that he's gonna get. Tales of Symphonia.
Hey, I really don't want you to knock it till you try it.
Yeah.
And all it seems that you gotta do is walk in front of my Xbox and
Shh, don't say this out loud. I don't want anybody to know.
Oh, okay.
Tales of Symphonia HD collection. I think I know somebody from IGN who's gonna get that.
I know someone who would get it too, but
Yeah. Thief game that I'm gonna get on the 25th. It's gonna be pretty good.
I wish there was an Xbox One version of Resident Evil 4. That would be really nice.
It would be, which is coming out on the 28th with Professor Layton and the Azrin Legacy.
There's a lot of Professor Layton games.
Yeah, I think I've heard of. But anyways, if you want to hear what's coming up next month for games, well, I'm about to tell you.
South Park, The Stick of Truth, which if you have not seen yet, watch the Black Friday episode trilogy. It's really funny.
Yeah, it takes place basically, I don't know, maybe a couple months, couple weeks, couple days before this game takes place.
Yeah. They find the Stick of Truth.
Not exactly.
Well, it's all about the Xbox Ones and the PlayStation 4s, and then at the very...
I think we talked about it in a podcast once.
We did.
Yeah, it was
and
good.
then at the very end, they find the Stick of Truth, and it says, in stores, March 4th. The entire 3-episode story arc was basically one long trailer for the Stick of Truth.
So then, after we get that brilliantly made South Park game,
yes, we've got some more weird Japanese...
Another weird name that I don't want to say for the PlayStation 3
because it looks like we might get it wrong.
Yeah, so it's I'll give you the subtitle for it because I know I'm not going to get that wrong. It's Alchemists of
Oh, see, he got
and
it
then
wrong.
I got it wrong. Right. Alchemists of the Dusk Sky. I don't know. It's okay. No, I'm not even going to try and say it. And then you get Dark Souls 2. This is on March 11th, by the way, not on March 4th. Like
we only get one release for the beginning of March, and then you gotta wait a couple of days.
You gotta wait till the second week of March in order to get that Alchemist one. Dark Souls 2, Titanfall, all on the same day.
Yoshi's New Island for 3DS comes out a couple of days later on the 14th, so that following Friday. It's funny when games get weird release dates instead of a Tuesday.
Oh, I just got excited. You know what I just saw?
Bioshock Infinite Burial at Sea Part 2 later in the month?
No. You're skipping way too far ahead.
Oh.
Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes on March 18th.
Did you hear that there's a PlayStation 4 exclusive PlayStation for Metal Gear Solid 5?
Did you hear that I'm getting the
Infamous Second Son
Infamous Second Son one?
I was just saying.
On March 21st, there's a new Pokemon game called Battle Troze. I don't know what it is.
It's another weird Japanese word. There's a lot of weird Japanese words.
I know, man. Them PlayStation Sony guys. Titanfall comes out on the 360 on the 25th, just as a side note there.
Yeah. Different developer. Made for 360. Not really mine.
So you're excited for them Bioshock DLCs?
I played the first one. Beat it. Got it. The
Burial
trophy.
at Sea? What was it about? Don't tell me right now. Just kidding. You can tell me right now.
Another version of Booker, or it's...
We're not going to go to April's release dates. We'll talk about that next month.
It doesn't look like there's anything coming out in April anyways, really. I could really care less. But that's PC and Mac. When's the...
Well, it's coming out. Oh, it's coming out during the summer. But anyways,
Oh,
go
okay.
on. What was the first Burial at Sea about?
The first Burial Sea was... I'm pretty sure it was another version of Booker DeWitt, but it could be the main one. It's really hard to say with that whole multiple universe thing going on.
Yeah, because of that Elizabeth girl.
Yeah, she seems to... Oh.
What?
Don't
Nothing.
Yeah. So, what did you think about Bioshock Infinite as a whole? You only played the game and then sold it.
See,
Which you got a better game, I don't blame you.
I sold Bioshock Infinite to get Grand Theft Auto. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I told you this on the GTA 5 episode, but...
Yes. I'm pretty sure we did.
What was your question, sorry?
Did you only played Bioshock 2 and you didn't really like it.
I didn't finish it. I didn't finish either of the first two.
And then you really liked the third one.
I liked the vision of the third one and how it looked.
Yeah.
And was like, hey, this looks like it's going in a different direction. Maybe I'll actually enjoy this one.
Yes.
I played through the entire thing. I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it enough to get the DLC.
The DLC was short. Like, when I finished it, I was honestly like, really? And I guess a lot of people were like that. They were like, that's pretty short for like if they paid
How
it.
much was the DLC for?
I bought the season pass, so I lucked out, but it was like pretty sure $9.99, $12.99 normally. So, and it's only about 3 to 4 hours long, and I'm pretty sure I wrapped it in like 2-3 hours.
That's not too bad for a DLC.
Yeah.
Can't really complain that much for that.
I don't know if I was supposed to explore more. It honestly felt like I was supposed to just go in one direction. That's just
Did you,
I did my best to explore, don't get me wrong, but it just kind of felt
Yeah,
very...
see,
It felt close-quartered.
See, I'm trying to... Colin Moriarty from IGN, at No Taxation on Twitter, he says about The Last of Us, he said the same thing. Like, when he first played through The Last of Us, he tried his hardest to find everything. And when he finally looked at the end of because he's like me, he doesn't look until after, really, about what he missed.
Yeah. Well, it's good there's the New Game Plus mode.
Yeah, and then he looked, and he's just like, wow, I, like, searched everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, as far as he thought, he looked everywhere, and obviously he didn't, because he missed quite a few things, I guess.
Well, they do give you the opportunity to use shivs to open doors, so maybe there's a lot of hidden doors.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, maybe you can go a lot more places than you think.
Oh, I'm sure you could.
It's a pretty big fucking game. Like, if Naughty Dog does make a Last of Us 2, it's gonna be a beautiful fucking game. And if they make a Last of Us...
Well, since they've already said that they're thinking about it. They have ideas, so, like, they're doing it. Like, there's no doubt about that.
Well, just the way that it ended, man, it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
Do you think you're going to play as Ellie again? Or do you think you're going to play as Joel again, maybe?
See, I could see it being like 4 or 5 years from now, the fucking Fireflies hunting them down, Ellie's fucking battle-hardened, and fucking Joel's maybe...
Do you think Ellie's still with Joel?
Yeah, and they've probably grown in their relationship, but she probably knows that he lied to her.
That'll be how it starts, probably.
Yeah.
And then they just start bitching at each other.
And then fucking the Fireflies fucking get him, and then they fucking get separated, and...
Get him.
Like, Naughty Dog, can we have a job?
Man, all I've been doing since I can remember is playing video games. If I could just make one, I would cry.
I've got one in my head, and I've got it written down, and I've got the ideas, and I've got the style of how I want it to be. And with this new console generation out, like, I used to have my heart set on it being released on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, but now that I've seen the hardware and the specs and
everything,
the playability of some of the games on the Xbox Ones, I haven't played a PlayStation 4 yet, but I'm assuming that it's
gotta go on PC, because I'm telling you what, man, Steam machines, they're the future. Just kidding. They're not the future. Well, they could be.
Honestly, that forest looks fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, holy fuck. I bought Rust, but I can't play it. And yours just...
I bought Rust and I can't play it, so...
You bought Rust, but it lags.
I
bought Rust, but I
can
can't...
play it, but it lags, like...
Hard.
Incredibly bad.
But you've got a tower and can upgrade. I've got a...
I should.
Laptop.
I need to just reformat it completely, and then maybe it'll be alright, but...
Maybe. Yeah. I can't even jump on a server. I click on it and nothing happens.
That's
like,
shitty.
At all. Yours lags, so at least you got the...
Oh, there we go. Is that what you're talking about right there?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't even know what the Infamous one looks like. They've never showed us anything. They've just showed us the box.
Does the PlayStation actually look like something?
What do you mean?
Or is it just a PlayStation in a box with the game?
That's what I'm thinking. Honestly, that's all PlayStation ever does.
Because I was completely fine with that. I didn't care. I was getting a PlayStation and Infamous.
Exactly.
Whatever. I don't care. I don't care if it's skinned to look like Infamous or
PlayStation has released...
Hell no, I don't give a shit.
When the PlayStation 3 came out, they released maybe 5 themed ones, like the Final Fantasy 13 white one, the very first Metal Gear Solid 4 Sons of Liberty 80 gig one. Like I said, there's only about 5. Whenever they release a bundle, it's literally them putting a game with a fucking PlayStation, and it's like, well, can't I like have... When the Grand Theft Auto 5 PlayStation 3 came out, I thought it would at least have the GTA 5 on it, but no, just a fucking black PlayStation. Sorry, we swear a lot.
Yeah.
And in the one podcast, I got really pissed off about the play and charge kits. The controller fiasco episode.
So,
At least Xbox releases a fucking themed Xbox once in a while. The Titanfall Xbox looks interesting. The Xbox one.
you know, I think I would rather I think you said this. You'd rather a Halo themed one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A military UNSC one.
Yeah.
Most
I would
definitely.
rather a Budweiser themed one.
Budweiser themed.
Just kidding.
There was...
I just shamelessly plug things sometimes.
Do you shamelessly plug things?
Yeah, like Sons of Anarchy. Speaking of which, the creator, I'm like Greg Miller sometimes when I go.
He's got, like I said,
that Kurt Sutter, I don't know how to say his last name, but he created Sons of Anarchy. He took to the Twitters and said that that there's going to be a Sons of Anarchy video game, and that makes me happy. Except for the Walking Dead Survival Instincts game made me happy when I first heard of it. Like, this game made me happy when I first heard of it. So, just like the Walking Dead game, Survival Instincts anyways, the Telltale one was phenomenal. I loved it. The one that was made or published by Activision, the Walking Dead Survival Instincts, I hated it basically when I got it. I played through the entire thing, obviously, but it was
horrible. It
was not worth the price that I paid for it. It was a bargain bin price right off the brand new shelf. And it should have been, anyways. It should have been a bargain price.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it should have been bargain price right off the new shelf, but no.
And to this day, he still has it.
I do? Oh yeah, I do. Because, yeah, nobody's going to want to buy it from me. What was I saying?
You're talking about Walking Dead and AMC and Sons of Anarchy.
Oh yeah, the Sons of Anarchy video game, right. So, like, if this Sons of Anarchy video game turns out to be like the Walking Dead Survival Instincts.
What did Kurt Sutter say it, hearken it to? What did he say it was going to be like?
Okay, he said it was going to be... Okay, hold on. You can... Okay. Alright. Hold on here. Excuse me. I'm drinking beer.
We use the Googles a lot.
Yeah. Basically, I just don't want it to be... I don't want it to be as bad as, Excuse you. I don't want it to be as bad as the
Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead Survival Instincts game, because that was just...
He wants it to be like what Kurt... Whatever the fuck this guy's name is.
Kurt... something.
Sometimes our podcasts are well informed and sometimes they're a little disorganized.
Alright, so my co-host is going to take a piss. And I just found the article, well, an article on the Sons of Anarchy video game on GameSpot.com. And if you just would load, that would be awesome. So, it says here on GameSpot.com, a Sons of Anarchy game is definitely, in quotations, in production. Creator of of the FX biker drama series, Kurt Sutter, I don't know how to say it, sorry, said today on Twitter, not today, another day. I cannot give you any more details, but I will tell you that there will definitely be an SOA game, he said. And it's pretty fucking awesome. Quoted by him. According to him, the creator of Sons of Anarchy, the untitled Sons of Anarchy game will be a first-person action adventure game with high-definition graphics. He also teased that it represented the evolution of gaming. So, I mean, that sounds a lot better than the Survival Instincts game. That's for sure. Because that was definitely nothing close to the evolution of gaming. Anyways, Sutter's so far failed attempts to make a Sons of Anarchy game have been well documented. The recent update came in November 2012 when Sutter said the game he was working on was dead. So that's that. And now, apparently, they're making another one. It says here on the GameSpot website, Sutter previously reached out to the Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption studio Rockstar Games to see if the company was interested in making the Sons of Anarchy game. And like it said before, there is no studio attached to it, announced anyways. So,
Well, there you go.
yeah, and now my co-host is back from his piss to talk about some new characters that are revealed in the Sons of Anarchy. We're not talking about that. Guardians of the Galaxy.
How does that make you feel? Are you stoked for this new IP, basically,
Guardians?
in the MCU?
I am. I'm really stoked to watch, just to see how Rocket Raccoon is, basically.
Bradley Cooper, bro.
Yeah. I know.
One
He's a
word.
funny guy, but... so anyways, the new characters that are revealed through a collectibles toy line by Hasbro are Ronan the Accuser. Do you know who that is?
Of course I do.
Of course you do. And Korath. Do you know who that is?
Korath?
Yeah.
He's that guy.
Which one?
I don't know.
That one?
Let me see. Huh? That more or less
No,
looks...
that's Ronan the Accuser.
Yeah.
Lee Pace is playing the villain, Ronan the Accuser. Yeah. And
Korath, another bad guy.
Korath, another bad guy, will be played by Damon.
Damon Hansu.
Damon? Is that Damon, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's that. So who are these two characters?
Which one do you want me to go with first? Ronan
Well,
Ronan the
there you
Accuser.
go.
Ronan the Accuser is a Kree, from the Kree race, and the Kree, Captain Marvel is a Kree, and they want Miss Marvel to join the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe eventually.
Korath is a Kree too, apparently.
Korath is a Kree too, apparently. Okay, so they're basically introducing the Kree race into the MCU universe. In the Battle of New York, it was the Chitauri, which was in Avengers 1 and 2 in the animated.
That's who. So it was supposed to be the Kree, in the comics. It was basically the Kree that did it first, wasn't it?
In the comics, it was the Kree and the Kree Skull War.
Yeah.
The Skrulls, they have the ability.
That's what brought the Avengers together, wasn't it?
The Krees?
Yeah.
The Kree Skrull War?
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. So that's basically what was substituted in the movie for the
Chitauri invasion? Yeah. The Chitauri invasion happened in the animated version of the Avengers.
Yeah, but the
1 and
comics are canon. That's what happened.
2. Okay, what?
The comics what happened first. Like that's
the
what happened.
The Chitauri were literally invented for the animated movie.
Yeah, I know. So exactly what I'm talking about.
And Joss Whedon was like, okay, well, we're going to use the Chitauri first.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay. Wait, what?
They were substituted for the Chitauri.
Yeah. Now he's using the Kree.
Yeah.
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 And eventually, I'm sure they might use the Skrulls. The Skrulls are shapeshifters.
I'm sure that he probably already has put them in there in some form nobody has noticed.
Probably.
He's
they're shapeshifters.
He is a smart mother trucker.
They are shapeshifters.
Could just be like any random side actor that's just in there. Could be one of them.
Well, the TV series, it turned out that the J. August Richards was a major Marvel character. Deathlock.
Yo, what if Coulson is one of them?
What if Coulson is one of them?
Yeah, one of them shapeshifters.
Well, Mr. Fury did bring him back to life in a weird fucking way, but...
I didn't watch that. Don't
you
spoil
stopped
it.
watching, I know you did.
I should start again after I finish watching Arrow.
You should.
I'm starting to watch Arrow and it's pretty good. I like it.
He does like it. He wants to watch The Flash. That's what he
I want to watch The Flash. That's why I'm watching Arrow to build up to the Flash moment where he's introduced.
I like the fact that there's going to be 3 DC Universe TV shows.
But I am really liking
on
Arrow.
one network. It's like
Thanks for moving in. You've introduced me to a whole new universe of universes.
a universe of universe. I sat down and made him watch a lot of DC animated movies too.
I'm getting fucking hooked on comics, and it's all his fault.
It is all my fault. He wants to watch Son of Batman. And
I'm stoked for Son of Batman. I was into Batman and Spider-Man, and like I was into it. I was into the comics before, but not as much as I am now.
And he loved The Walking Dead, and he really does.
Oh yeah, the Walking Dead for sure.
He really does. He wants to read The Walking Dead comics. He really does.
It's just that compendium that you have is just too.
You want to read them in shorter bursts.
It's. If I had them all, like those two volumes, I have volume 14 and 15. I got those for Christmas.
Yeah.
If I had all of them in those sizes, I would read them all for sure.
Well, that's good to know. That's what I will get you for your birthday then.
But yeah.
How about if we're going to talk about The Walking Dead? How about tonight's episode?
Tonight's episode, well, yesterday's episode, because it is technically 1:01. It's 1:18 in the morning right now.
Well.
On Monday.
Season 4, episode 10, what did you think of the wrap-up? How the fuck did Glenn get back?
How is he healthy now? Like, what did he do? Is he just Super Glenn?
It looks like he slept for a little bit. Like,
well, yeah, but how did he get... Okay, last time we saw Glenn, he was on the bus.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he was...
on the bridge that was blown up.
Yeah, they really didn't...
With a gun.
They really didn't clarify that at all. Like, you and me were glued to the TV. We watched it. Like, I don't know if we blinked and there was a scene that we both missed.
No, there was no Glenn before
he was on the bus and then he was on the bridge. Yeah. Like, they obviously are covering something in the next episode.
They might show something in the next episode.
Abraham, Eugene, and Rosalita were introduced.
I don't know who these characters are, because like you said, I didn't read the comics.
You didn't.
But,
they are...
Are they in the ones that I have?
You keep asking that, and I keep telling you I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
Let
me just skim through one of them.
How they were found in the comics, Carl and Rick actually found them on Herschel's farm.
This is, what volume
14.
Is this? 14. Volume 14, No Way Out.
You're way far.
What do you mean?
You might find them in that comic.
Who's that guy up in the corner?
Abraham.
There you go.
There you go.
I told you.
Yep.
Is that those two that he was with?
I don't think so. Oh, that might be Eugene.
Is it snowing?
It is snowing, yeah.
Okay.
Something that they've never covered in The Walking Dead.
Do you think they might?
A winter episode? That'd be a nice change of pace. You know.
Just to end the season, maybe? It's winter all of a sudden?
It'd be nice. A nice visual change. Like, it's always been summer or fall. I don't really care what the actors fucking want, for fuck's sakes.
Well, I mean, they do live in some pretty harsh conditions now.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them don't shower for like a week just to stay in character.
That's true.
So.
Makes sense.
I heard that's what Lauren Cohen does, Maggie.
Maggie? She's so hot anyways.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Even when she doesn't shower to stay in character, she's hot.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, she is.
Yes, she is. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's in Death Race
is she?
2.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's the president of the company or whatever.
Nice.
But she still answers to like investors and shit, so there's a boss.
I should watch that.
She's really hot in that. She's got longer hair. And she's like kind of snotty.
Cool.
Yeah.
I should watch it.
And
but
Van
anyways,
Wilder too.
Who else?
She,
no, wait. Who else? Who else showed up? She showed up. She fucking went berserk on some zombies.
Some walkers that were on the bus. How in the fuck did it get to where it was if Glenn wasn't on it? Like I said,
somebody else was driving.
There's a missing scene.
He got off.
I get that. There's a missing scene. There's a sequence that they didn't show.
They're gonna show it. I have a feeling they'll show it in one of the next episodes.
I'm stoked for episode
11.
11.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like the new characters have been added. Don't die for a while.
Yeah, they'll well, now there will be some characters that will die now because new characters are introduced.
Yeah, they can kill off the last of the Woodbury people.
Thank you, please.
Like, they were kind of annoying.
I hated the Woodbury arc. The entire Woodbury arc, I didn't even like it.
They milked the governor for way too long. Way too long.
The governor, yeah, he was pretty cool, but the Woodbury stuff, I was just like, okay. Like,
we get it.
Yeah.
There's another town
there's
out there.
a town and there's some people. Sweet. Get on with the governor stuff and let's just move on.
I really didn't know why they did the whole try and bring the governor back to, a good guy, and then, it was all just a ruse. Like, that was...
He wasn't trying to become a good guy. He was trying to get their fucking support so he could take over the prison.
I know.
So he could be fucking
safe. They stumbled upon a camp, and there's a tank, and there's all these people and all these vehicles. He's like, maybe if I pretend to be a good guy, I'll get all this shit.
And he did.
And he did, and he died.
Yeah. Good.
We lost a lot of characters in that episode, good and bad.
There's no bad characters.
It's only shades of grey in the Walking Dead universe. But the governor was fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah, he was
And
bad.
when Nagon finally comes, oh, sweet Jesus. Oh, sweet Jesus.
I'm excited, man. I love this show.
The funny part is you could say Nagon backwards. Nagon. Nagon. N-A-G-A-N. Nagon.
Okay.
Palindrome. Anyways. What were you gonna say?
I don't know.
You're excited for the season. The new characters. Definitely introduced in a different way. Like I said, they were...
I mean, you did say this Abraham guy was kind of a badass, and...
He looks pretty badass.
He does. I thought he was gonna be a douche like Shane. Is he a douche like Shane?
In the comics, he saved Carl from getting raped, so...
Carl's gonna get raped?
He was going to get raped.
By who?
Some crazy psycho on the side of the road.
A dude?
Yeah.
Was gonna rape Carl.
Well,
You never know. Chicks want some.
fat bitch.
Any chick.
Anyways,
It's the apocalypse, bro.
someone was going to rape Carl, and Abraham saved him, and, kind of...
Well, Shane would definitely save Carl.
Yeah, Shane
was
was
like
long dead by this point.
Yeah, that was his, kid, basically, for, a few months.
Yeah.
At least.
And apparently, we talked about this in the last episode of...
Point of review.
But Daryl is supposed to be introduced in the comics very, very soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which should be interesting because Daryl has not been in the comics at all, ever. And Norman Reedus has basically begged Robert Kirkman to put him in some way, shape, or form. And Rick doesn't really have a second in command in the comics universe right now. He's got Andrea as a girlfriend type.
But Andrea's not even there in the movies.
She's not even there in
the
the TV series anymore. Tyrese is long gone. Tyrese basically was Daryl, and now there is no Tyrese. Abraham is long gone. Michonne is still kicking around. Glenn is gone. He's, like I said, he's got no second in command. So if Daryl, proves himself...
The entire main group is gone except for Andrea?
Rick? Basically it's Andrea and Rick.
Is Carl still there?
Andrea, Rick, Carl. Carl got shot in the head, though. And
He's still alive?
Yeah. Suffers from amnesia.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Can't wait to see that on...
Well, they might not show that. Rick's hand never got cut off by the governor.
It might still happen.
The governor did it.
Yeah, but it might still happen.
You can't take that away from the governor. It was the governor's craziest thing that he did in the comics. If another character does that to Rick, it just won't have the same effect. That's my personal opinion.
It'd just be random and you wouldn't expect it. So it would have some kind of effect.
It was the governor's thing, though. He fed it to his fucking daughter thing. Yeah. So if some other character did it, it just wouldn't be the same for me.
Fair enough.
Robert Kirkman has basically said the only reason he did that in the comics was because people above him were asking for some sort of something crazy to happen. Something crazy happens in the TV show every week. Because you never know who's going to fucking die.
Yeah.
The only person, like I was saying earlier when we were watching it, that seems to have any real safety is Rick and Daryl.
Yeah.
Daryl is the fan favorite, and if he dies, there's going to be major fan outcry and probably a dip in ratings.
Yeah.
At least for a couple episodes. Rick can't die because
They better make the show really good after they kill off Daryl, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
If it's not really, really good after they kill off Daryl, then the show's gonna die.
Oh, nice. Call of Duty Ghost getting Captain Price DLC and more.
Yeah.
That's interesting. If they kill off Daryl, like I said, that's just it'll dip. The things will change. I don't think he'll die. He's just too badass. And if he does die, it better be fucking going out killing like 50 of them, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
Like, it can't just be fucking randomly bit on the arm by one little piddly fucking walker. It's gotta be like fucking Daryl went in with his bow and his knife and fucking told everybody to get the fuck out type thing.
He saves the baby.
He saves Judith?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. Speaking of the baby, glad we found...
Speaking of the baby, Gregway.
What?
Gregway?
You're not allowed to say Gregway.
I know.
You're not Greg.
I know. I just get that way sometimes.
Game over gravy. We're really
Carol, she saved the baby from this little girl. It pisses me off.
Lizzie is fucking
Spoilers.
batshit crazy.
This little girl tried to kill her.
Didn't
try to kill her.
I'm pretty
tried to make her stop crying, but she's just dumb.
I'm pretty sure that she was the one feeding the zombies in the first episode.
Why do you feel that way? I don't understand that.
She was skinning the rabbits! And not doing anything with them. She was shoving them in the log. You kept asking me if she's
making a fucking trail for everybody else.
All she did was shove them in the log.
Okay.
And
I think she's just really smart.
I think she's really creepy.
Yeah, I think she's creepy as fuck too, but I think she's smart too.
She was obsessed with the zombie with the name tag. Like, to the point where she almost died. I'm pretty sure she was feeding the zombies with the rats. I'm pretty sure that she skinned the frog that Tyrese found. I'm pretty sure, like, everyone on the internet thinks that she actually killed the infected people, trying to be like Carol, and Carol covered it up and said that she did it. I think that
conspiracies everywhere.
I think that she was crazy in skinning those fucking rabbits. All she was doing was shoving them in the log. She wasn't doing anything with them. There was no trail. She wasn't trying to get people to find them. She was shoving dead rabbits.
She's getting experience.
From what?
She's experiencing survival, bro.
She's not doing anything with these dead things.
Yeah, what if she maybe needs to one day?
Like what? What is she doing with a dead something?
Eating it.
Well, she should already be doing that.
Yeah, well, they have to move on, obviously. Didn't you hear them say that?
Well, anyway, she's batshit crazy.
She is insane. She's nuts. I'm not saying that.
And I'm pretty sure she might get to the point where she, like, pulls a gun on somebody or something. Like...
I don't know, man. When she was with that baby, I was...
And that, too! She was smothering the baby! Why? Exactly. She was smothering the baby. That was creepy. That was fucked. Even you were like, take your hand off the nose there, creepy girl.
Yeah, like, she was covering her mouth. Yeah, I need another one. She was covering her mouth.
I'm gonna finish that.
Take her. She was covering her mouth and, trying to stop her from crying, the baby. And, like, you know, because zombies are attracted to noise, right? So she's trying to stop her from crying, from attracting the zombies, and puts her hand over her mouth, but she's covering this baby's nose, too. This baby can't breathe, like, baby's trying to move this girl's hand out of her fucking mouth, away from her mouth, but she's just not doing it. And it was pissing me off.
Well, like I said, this girl is really fucking creepy. Like I said, I would not be surprised if she fucking, like, pulled a gun on someone one day.
Luckily, Carol showed up and saved the day.
Well,
I don't know, it didn't show that, but Carol made sure that baby was still alive. I don't know how, but...
She obviously fucking knifed the two zombies and then said...
And then they somehow came and almost sort of saved Tyrese.
Yeah, they found some more survivors that were apparently from the place that the radio signal was from.
Yeah, and,
the guy was like, follow the tracks.
One guy got bit, and he attacked Daryl and Beth, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were following Tyrese and the girls, and they got attacked by the guy that was killing zombies and got bit, and Carol and Tyrese and the girls just, you know, instead of killing him, just went on their way. So it was like kind of like an interlocking arc.
Yeah.
They were following them the whole time. They were just off by maybe an hour or so. So events were a little back and forth.
Yeah.
So
good, though.
they'll all meet up eventually.
Yeah. There was no Rick, no Carl, no Michonne in this episode.
It was just Maggie, Glenn.
Just everybody that wasn't in the last episode.
They're still separated, but they're slowly coming.
And some new characters, like you said. So.
And it's good to see that we're getting some new characters. Hopefully they go on into episode 5. Or not episode, season 5.
It's weird getting new characters introduced because sometimes you'll never know if they're going to stay or not. But you've seen the characters before, so you know that they're going to be there.
Well, Abraham and Eugene and Rosalita, I'd say they lasted a good 10 to 20 issues in the comics. So
and that would be like what?
They got to at least be till like episode 2 or 3 of freaking season 5. Like, they can't just die in season 4. That would just be dumb. And if they do, they better have a lot of fucking screen time in the last fucking 5 episodes we got left? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They better be in every episode for at least 30 minutes each. Yeah. If they're gonna die this season.
There you go. Maybe right at the very last episode.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty interesting right there, I think.
Batman has a new sidekick called Bluebird. My co-host is looking up, otherwise known as Harper Row. There's a new story arc called Batman Eternal. I don't know if that means that Batman literally becomes eternal because we don't know. As it says, it says a secret glimpse into Batman Eternal. It's an event that's going on in the Batman universe.
New 52, obviously.
Yes. There is no other.
There's a Q&A here, and it's huge, so I'm not reading it all, but there's some pictures of the comic book. It actually does give you a little preview of it. So you could go to IGN,
where we get all of our news sources from Game Over Greggy, otherwise known as Greg Miller, Colin Moriarty.
There's a lot of guys. We
known
don't
as
need to go through them every episode. If you want to know their names, you can go through every one of our other episodes, because they're there.
I guess this can be where we just kind of talk about random stuff now.
That's what we've been doing the entire episode. We've just been going off.
Transformers: The Rise of the Darkspark.
That game.
Stoked.
See, because I played that, what was it, Fall of Cybertron? I wrote a review of it. I gave it to Steve Butts. He said it was alright. He said it was more of a preview than a review, but that's my job. I do things, and I talk.
High Moon Studio seems to be doing
High Moon isn't doing this game.
High Moon is not doing this?
No, High Moon is not doing this one.
Is High Moon doing Transformers Universe?
No, they're not.
So High Moon is
High
not...
Moon might be moving on to bigger and better things.
That's interesting.
But anyways, this new Transformer Rise of the Darkspark, it's a merger between the High Moon Studios universe that they made
and the Michael
for the video games and the Michael Bay movie universe.
So it's interesting seeing these characters done up in both styles and literally merged together. You see the Michael Bay cinematic Optimus Prime with like a anime tweak. It's intriguing to say the least.
I'm ready for it. I mean, I liked Fall for Cybertron.
And this
Cybertron.
This Rise of the Darkspark announcement is hot on the heels of the Transformers Universe announcement less than like a week ago. That's about all the Transformers news we have. There's a few screenshots for Age of Extinction.
I don't know if we even talked about this before. The new after the Super Bowl trailer came out?
We said that we've talked about the Dinobots. We've talked about Mark Wahlberg and the new direction. I'm assuming that they're probably going to do 5 and 6 with Mark Wahlberg and these 2 other characters. The Sam Witwicky storyline is done. Honestly, I really did not like number 3 because it seemed like it almost takes place within a separate universe. You watch number 1 and 2, and then all of a sudden number 3 happens, and it's like, okay, well, what happened to the spark that went into Sam? You remember he like absorbed the blade?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, what goes on with that? And then in number 3 is kind of just some weird slacker type dude that's dating this rich blonde. And they cover the fact that the other girl that Megan Fox, left to go fight, the war on her own. And that's how they wrote that in. They didn't kill her off or anything.
I thought that they broke up.
They broke up because he got lazy and didn't want to fight the Transformers war anymore, so she went and fought the Decepticons on her own.
Nice. I didn't know that's why. I thought that she just broke up with him.
No, if you listen to him, they actually kind of give Megan Fox a decent sending out.
Nice.
They
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Steven Spielberg might have been a little iffed by that. He probably wanted her killed off, or maybe not. Maybe he liked the respectable send off that they gave the character. Not everybody has to die when someone's pissed off.
Yeah.
It was a decent way to get it going, and if they ever
That's sending the character off nicely, not the actress.
Exactly. If they ever make amends, they could reintroduce her.
She could always come back in the new
series. It would kind of suck that Shia LaBeouf isn't in it.
Yeah, I know. I like him more than I like Megan Fox. I mean, I like Megan Fox looks more than I like Shia's, but...
Honestly, Transformers 1 was amazing. Transformers 2 was kind of following on the heat. Like, they have to live up to what number 1 was. I think that Transformers number 1 is kind of like a standalone. It's like they took all of the fame of the animated stuff, and it's like, okay, we finally get a live-action version of the movie, and then at the end you get Optimus Prime calling all the other Transformers. It's like, if they never did any other movie, you'd have that movie. You know what I mean?
I do. I know exactly what you mean.
And then number 2, it's like, okay, it's good. There's a lot of explosions. There's Constructicons. There's the little tiny cons and whatever. They basically show you that they can scan anything and turn into anything, kind of like they did in the TV series. Like, they expand upon it more, but like it's not as good as the first one, and like the third one just sucks. Just shouldn't even exist. This Age of Extinction, I'm going to consider the new number 3.
So, anyways,
Simpsons,
I gotta move on from something else. After just watching the Lego Movie,
which was amazing, IGN gave it a 9, and I definitely agree with their score.
The 550th episode of The Simpsons, which is going to air on May 4th in the United States and probably Canada too, because why not? It's called Brick Like Me, and it's made entirely in Lego blocks.
Which, the Lego set for the Simpsons... The house. Like, you get all the characters and everything, $200.
Yeah.
Which is...
Well, I mean, it
decent.
comes with everything that goes in the house, too. It's not just the outside of the house.
You get all the characters, you get the house.
You get the TV, you get the couch, you get everything that's in the couch, in the house. So
I'm assuming that the Star Wars and the Marvel sets are probably just as expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can't go wrong there. So, I'm hoping that this episode is amazing. It's the first time that they've ever done anything like this.
Yeah. Well, no, because they did. That
was a Halloween episode.
They did send Homer to a different dimension.
World? That was a Halloween episode and is considered non-canon. This...
Okay, but it's still...
It was 3D, I know what you mean.
It's still an episode. You said they'd never done it before, and they have.
Yeah, but this is made with Legos. It's like stop motion.
Is it actually done with Legos? Like actual Lego pieces?
Yeah, go down.
Created in Lego form.
Lego, well, what the fuck does that mean?
That means it could be done exactly like the movie was done.
Well, I like that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm hoping that's what it's done.
I know, but you just said stop motion.
Well,
the Lego movie was animated, not stop motion.
There was a little bit of stop motion.
It looked kind of stop motion-ish, but it was animated.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Because you can't make...
That would have taken forever.
It's Lego, so you have to kind of make them look stop motion.
I get it. I do.
You know, because they're blocks.
Yeah.
So.
That movie was like a...
If you make them look too smooth, it wouldn't be Lego.
True enough. I'm pretty excited for this episode.
I'm stoked for it. Tell you that.
It kind of reminds me of the World of Warcraft episode of South Park.
Yeah, something like that. I really enjoyed that episode. I was really into World of Warcraft at the time when that came out, so I really liked that. That was good.
They got fat hunting pigs.
It was good.
It was a good time.
It was awesome.
Back to the Future Power Laces next year. Are you going to buy a pair?
Power Laces? What's that?
Okay, well, in 2011, they released, like, 1,000 or maybe more of the, Air Mags from Back to the Future 2. And they're pretty badass looking shoes. Like, they light up and they power lace in the movies. Like, they tie up themselves. They sold, for charity.
They tie up themselves? Do they actually, though?
No, in the movie they do.
Oh.
And they're just for a fan type. Well, they were made by Nike, but they're like a fan calling. They made them for the fans.
Okay.
And all the money that they made off of it went to the Michael J. Fox Fund to support Parkinson's disease. And now next year is the year that those particular shoes came out in the movie. Marty McFly, Michael J. Fox, in Back to the Future 2, travels to 2015 and gets those particular shoes.
Nice.
Now, in 2011, they released those shoes and, like I said, did the whole charity thing. And they said, at the end of, like, the whole thing, they're like, now, in 2015, we're hoping to actually release them with power laces. And we're hoping to release them to the general public so that everybody can buy them.
Nice.
Not just, for charity.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I would buy a pair.
Huh.
And I hopefully wouldn't fucking have to spend $2,000.
I don't know if I would buy a pair because I didn't really get into the...
I love Back to the Future. Back to the Future is awesome.
I never really got into it, but...
No?
No.
It's an awesome show.
Yes.
What are you going to kickstart? You want to see something cool? You should go to the top and look up The Last Zombie.
Okay, well, since this is your part of the game, or the podcast anyways, tell us one Kickstarter...
I'm going to tell them about
campaign that you want to talk about.
I want to talk about The Last Zombie. It's done in the style of The Walking Dead. I've been reading up about it. It's a
What do you mean, The Walking Dead?
The style, like the art style, looks exactly like...
Like which... Like the TV show, the comic book, the...
Okay, I'm going to say this right off the bat. It has nothing to do with The Walking Dead.
I know, that's not what I'm asking.
Okay.
You said what it looks like, but you didn't say
the art
comics.
style. I said the art style. So, it's a comic.
Okay, but then there's also...
Well, I figured that you would have got
Then there's
that.
also the Telltale Games.
Okay, let's get this out of the way.
That's not graphics, I wouldn't say.
Let's just get it out of the way. It looks
That's an
like...
art style right there in the Telltale Games.
It looks like the comics... The comics.
Okay.
Like the comics that I gave you. The comics that you have right over there.
Thank you for clarifying.
I thought that I was pretty straightforward.
You weren't, because Telltale Games, that's art. I don't consider those really graphics.
Okay, if we rewind like 5 seconds, I swear to God, I just said the art style of the comics.
You said the art style. I didn't hear you say the comics. Okay. I heard you say the art style.
I'm pretty...
So
anyways,
the last zombie, I searched it up and it's not even here.
You did, and it came up. It's
where?
Right there.
This?
Yes.
Okay, because I seen that and I was like, what? It's a paperback?
It's a comic book. I've already said this like 5 times.
I said it was a game.
No!
Oh.
It's been 2 years since the zombie plague struck.
Love
Civilization has collapsed.
Okay.
One man, rescued from the carnage, has the cure. Dr. Ian Scott has spent that time in a FEMA bunker in Colorado perfecting the vaccine.
Like, see, the art style is like really well done.
Yeah. It looks...
Working in tandem at a
good.
research facility in West Virginia, his fiancée, Jennifer, has been able to keep in constant contact. 2 weeks ago, the research bunker fell silent.
Like, I'm gonna...
Dr. Scott and a team of scientists and soldiers must travel cross-country through the dead new world to determine the fate of the facility and of mankind. The Last Zombie collects the entire 25-issue series written by Bram Stoker and award winner Brian Keene. with over 500 pages of art by Joe White, Brian Denham, Fred Perry, David Hutchinson, and Chris Allen. This isn't a story about the dead. It's a story about the living.
And Bram Stoker usually does stories about fucking Dracula and shit.
So that's that. If you want to get more information on The Last Zombie, you can go to Kickstarter.com and search for The Last Zombie. It's called Brian Keene's The Last Zombie Omnibus Trade Paperback.
It's about 600 pages, and as I was saying about 3, maybe 4, 5 minutes ago, the art style really looks like the comics of The Walking Dead. Like, it's really well drawn, and it looks like it's got a very decent story arc.
Now that we got that out of the way, this has been Point of Review. I'm Matt Ream. You can get at me on Twitter at Matt Ream. This is my co-host
at PerfectFlaw420, and people still haven't answered me yet that question. Do you know what that question is?
Who is Peter Parker's clone? If you get in the comics universe of Spider-Man, if you get the answer right, you get a Project Spark beta key. So get at PerfectFlaw420 on the Twitters, tell them who it is, and you'll get one of them beta
and if
keys.
You can get if you can give me, I understand that some people will probably just shout the name out and, might get a couple of answers. But to the person who actually takes the time to give a little description, you get bonus points and could get a second beta key for you and a friend.
Yeah. That's that right there.
That's how that works, and it's always good to be able to play with another person in video games. Like, can't go wrong there. And in the Project Spark video game, you can create whole worlds, and it's basically like a video game developer's dream. It's good training.
That's how it's marketed, anyways. It's not how I see it, to be honest. I like it. It looks nice. I want to play it, to be honest with you. But it doesn't look like it would be the developer's dream, in my opinion.
For people who have played like Little Big Planet,
but I'm not a developer, so I can't say.
Well, this is definitely good training. Like Little Big Planet 1 and 2 had some pretty interesting dev tools. There was a racing game too that came out on PlayStation 3 that had a lot of developer style tools. You create whole tracks and carts and import other things into it. Now, this Project Spark, it looks like you could basically build everything from, like, scratch. You have bots and...
Yeah, and you give everything attitudes and... Personalities, and you make your own games within this game. So that's that.
People can visit your worlds. And
I have a beta key, so if you want to play with me, then you better get that answer and tweet at this guy right here.
At PerfectFlaw420, and please follow the Point of Review podcast, Smoking Lap production. Please like, share, and subscribe, and tell your friends.
Bye.
Bye.